No, 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 no. And we welcome you to a beautiful day of lacrosse here from Baker Field on the campus of Princeton Day School for the 2017 Prep B Championship. Simon Rose here, Matt Nelson going to join me momentarily. And we get underway for the sake of time. Let's look at the starting lineups as we get you set for the Prep Championship. As Matt Nelson will put his headset on. There he goes. Matt, you want to read those Rutgers Prep Argonauts? It sounds like you got caught up talking to the coach over there. You better come back with some good tidbits.
Well, when you have a coach who's focused on his daily routine in terms of getting ready for a game, what are you going to do, my friend? All right, folks, again, welcome in. Here is your look at your starting lineup for the Rutgers Prep Argonauts. Again, the number 3 seed in this year's Prep B state tournament. Again, the player to watch for is Cole Toohey, the Rutgers University commit, with 397 saves in his scholastic career. I'm trying to catch my breath while reading over
you
the
did
starting
sprint
lineup.
all the way across the field. I've been there, my friend.
Yeah, offensively, Danny Varga and Kevin O'Hara, the players to look out for. They are amongst the attack. Charlie Phillips, Liam Gleason amongst those in the midfield. John Carroll will likely be the go-to guy on defense.
Here's PDS.
Looking at PDS and their starting lineup. Elon Tuckman, keep an eye out for him. 42 goals, 35 dimes in 2017. Will Brossman and Jack Anopka look to lead the midfielders as well as Kobe Oslander. Connor Green will be in cage. Jack Amaral, keep an eye out for him in the backfield for the Panthers. So again, folks, we welcome you into Jam Baker Field here on the campus of the Princeton Day School in Princeton, New Jersey. As the top seed Princeton Day School Panthers take on the number 3 seed Rutgers Prep Argonauts in a matchup of this year's Prep B state final. Last time out for Rutgers Prep, they knocked off Newark Academy 10-2, or rather for PDS, they knocked off Newark Academy 10-2 in the Prep B state semis. The same result of a match that took place between these two teams 2 weeks ago. Rutgers Prep knocking off Morristown Baird 12-11 in their state semifinal. And this has certainly been quite the season for Rutgers Prep. Just 5-8 coming in, 3 of those wins coming when it matters the most, and that would be in the month of May. Should be an interesting matchup here today. PDS looking for its second straight Prep B state championship. And we are about to get this matchup underway. It'll be Nick Day at midfield taking the faceoff for the Panthers. They are in the home white uniforms. Rutgers Prep in the maroon red. They too have black shorts. And we are off and running from Princeton, New Jersey. Nick Day trying to swipe it away, and it's scooped up by Jack Amaral. So it's a face-off win for the Panthers. They will go right to left during the opening period.
Matt, you mentioned Jack Amaral when you were going over the starting lineup. Such an important piece of this Princeton Day School defense in the middle, really controlling things in the middle of the field for the Panthers. So certainly keep an eye out for number 17.
Amaral committed to Gettysburg College, a senior who will be playing Division III lacrosse effective next season. PDS with possession. They have a goal line extending. As just saw the freshman number 3, James Bennett, with the ball. Now they work it around far side. Top of the box for Will Brossman. Keep an eye out for him. He's committed to Millbury College. That's up in Vermont, the Mountain State. Just underway, no score. About a minute gone by, quarter one. Brossman with a dodge. Here's a shot. Nice save by Cole Toohey. Rebound for PDS. The ball is free, and they work it around to the far side. Here's Brossman near the top. Brossman with a shot. Saved by Toohey. Ball is free on the far side. The Panthers say they have it, and they do. James Bennett coming away with it behind the net.
We already seen 2 big-time saves from Toohey. You know, if Rutgers Prep is going to have a chance in this game, Toohey's going to have to play like he usually does. The future Rutgers lacrosse standout.
We'll talk more about Rutgers collegiately in a moment. This is a team certainly that has been on the rise, and yet they've had their ups and downs here in 2017. Another shot. It's low. Taken by Kobe Oslander. The shot goes wide, and they're going to say Rutgers Prep ball. So, in terms of Rutgers University men's lacrosse, a year ago, 5-10. Early in the season, the Scarlet Knights were the top-ranked program in the country courtesy of Inside Lacrosse. They traveled to Newark, Delaware to fall to the Blue Hens. Ultimately, Rutgers fell out of the rankings, and I don't believe they made this year's men's lacrosse tournament. Wind certainly picking up in the background.
Yeah, and you know, it's the time of day here when they play these prep championship games at PDS. You are looking west, so the sun will be setting right in our face. So you'll notice the sun creeping in on our cameras here, and we'll do our best to try to remedy that situation. As we got a camera on the field, we're going to do our best to get through any sun glare.
Not only will the glare be a factor, the temperature certainly is. Game time temp is 90 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny. And hottest day of the year.
Yeah, Matt, and it's a great point because it's especially of note here at PDS. You see the turf field, fairly new turf field. It's significantly hotter there on the turf.
Konopka to Brossman near side. Still no score between PDS and Rutgers Prep 2017 Prep B state final. Top of the box, Konopka. Auslander. Konopka again. Konopka with a long shot. Great save by Coltui. The ball is saved in front. Tui finally gets his stick on top of it. And the Argonauts will look to go left to right on your screen. 8.5 and counting, quarter one. Coltui coming in with 120 saves. 127 saves on the season. 397 for his career. So, pending an offensive outburst from PDS, Tui will likely go over 400 for his career.
He may have already done so.
Yeah, based on the start that PDS has had thus far. Nonetheless, it has been a defensive game, more so on the Rutgers Prep side. This is an Argonauts program averaging 6.5 goals on the offensive side. They give up roughly 8.4. And they have possession on the right side. This is Lyle Zulo. Zulo around the crease. Danny Varga, team's leading scorer, 32 goals, 8 dimes. A spin move by Varga. Trying to get a shot off, but he dumps it off instead. The ball is taken away, and the Panthers have it. It's a turnover committed by PDS. Here they go in transition. Elon Tuckman trying to run away from a defender.
Yeah, those transition plays for PDS.
Nice save by Tui. What a shot by Tyler Birch.
I was going to say, the transition opportunities for PDS might be their best opportunities. When you let Rutgers Prep set up and you've got that brick wall between the pipes, hey, those odd man opportunities you really have to take advantage of.
Tuckman around the screen. Still no score. Under 7 and counting in the first. And again, folks, this color analyst has already seen both teams this year when Rutgers Prep traveled to Blair and PDS took on Springside Chestnut Hill Academy right here in the Strive Network. PDS lost their game to Springside Chestnut Hill, I believe. Rutgers Prep, got the blowout win at Blair.
They ran away, and it was offensive performance on display, and of course the defense did its job as well.
Brossman finds some space and he scores. Will Brossman with an even 30 goals on the season, and PDS leads 1-0.
Get one more look here. And here's Brossman receiving. Little space. Not a ton of space to get that past the goaltender. And he's able to do so low.
Will Brossman heading to Middlebury College, giving the Panthers their first lead of the contest. It's 1-0. So now Rutgers Prep looking to equalize the score. 6:19 in the first. And Will Brossman who found some space on the left side of the field, giving a PDS an early 1-0 lead. Here's Nick Day. The ball is free, high in the air. It's Nick Day coming away with a face-off. So PDS is 2-0 in face-offs this afternoon. Now they look to extend their 1-0 lead. Bennett. Back to Tyler Birch. Birch with a slow roller. This is Auslander. Bennett behind net. Tuckman. Here's Auslander, who feeds to Konopka. 5.5 and counting in the first. Bennett. Tuckman. Elon's father, Rob, is one of the assistants for the Panthers. They are coached by Rich DeAndrea. We'll talk about the head coaches for both squads later on. Goal line extended. Tuckman back to Brossman. Brossman with a shot and a great save by Tui for Rutgers Prep. Cole Tui with the stick in front of his face, coming away with a huge save to make it a 1-0 game. To keep it a 1-0 game, I should say. A clear for Rutgers Prep as Jimmy Farrell gets it over to Charlie Phillips. This is O'Hara. PDS already winning the Mercer County tournament by knocking off the third seed Princeton Little Tigers 9-5 just 6 days ago. This is the final game of the season for Princeton Day. Here's Lance Bean for Rutgers Prep getting battered from behind. Interesting that the fouls have been pretty clean early on as Brooks Johnson comes away with a steal for the Panthers. Johnson committed to Gettysburg, just the junior, the LSM out of Princeton, New Jersey, coming away with the caused turnover. Under 4 and counting here in the first. And again, haven't seen any penalties just yet. No men-ups as the on-angled shot. Did it go through? Yes, it did. Elon Tuckman with his team-leading 43rd goal of the season. It's 2-0 Panthers. .348 on the scoreboard here in the first as Elon Tuckman provides some breathing room for PDS. We were just talking about how the Panthers have done an amazing job during the postseason. Again, not just in the Prep B state tournament, but also in the Mercer County tournament. Again, knocking off Princeton 9-5 just 6 days ago. In terms of their path through to the state championship, PDS had to take on Newark Academy, and that's it. They got a first-round bye. That's the beauty of being the top seed. It's a face-off win for Rutgers Prep as Jim Perry comes up with it. Perry racing down the near sideline, a push from behind by Day. And now a double team coming as the Argonauts get it off. 3.5 and counting in the first. 2-0 PDS. Goals scored by Will Brossman and Elon Tuckman. Zulo. He goes into the box for Phillips. O'Hara. Varga. This is Coviello. Coviello loses the handle. Here's a ground ball, potentially. Yes, sir. It's Brooks Johnson with the final say. Now another loose ball picked up by the Panthers as Diego Garcia wins the battle. Out of bounds as Amaral runs away. It'll be Rutgers Prep possession with 2:36 to go in the first period. Rutgers Prep coming in at 6-8. They were 1-4 in the Raritan division of the Skyline Conference. The only ranked team in that division is Montgomery. They're currently number 7 in the NJ.com top 20 polls. A triple team from PDS. The ball is free and scooped up by O'Hara for Rutgers Prep.
Yeah, we talked about Rutgers Prep and how good defensively they've been, but PDS, man, they have been so tough early on in this game. We haven't seen really any chances thus far for Rutgers Prep, and we're under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
What's interesting is that they've had possession but have not been able to get a shot on goal as Zulo tries to find some space inside. He loses the handle and it's scooped up by Connor Green for PDS.
Connor Green is good, no doubt, but this defense, you mentioned Jack Amaral leading the charge from the back, just so tough to work through.
PDS possession with a 2-0 lead coming up on 1:30 and counting in the first. Tuckman behind the cage for the Panthers. Gives it off to Bennett on the near side. Here's Shannon. It's actually a fake from Bennett. Brossman over to Konopka as PDS looks to slow the tempo down. And Simon, do you think this is part of the coaching strategy that Rich DeAndrea is trying to set up?
Yeah, I think no doubt. You have to take your time and work it around for a good shot. We've made this point so many times already, but it's a good one in that the pace of play is going to be very important, and the opportunities are going to be important, and you can't overextend yourself when the opportunity is not there because you might get beat in transition.
Brossman works his way up top, and he finds Tuckman. Tuckman with a pass behind net. Konopka back to Brossman. Around the circle they go. PDS taking time off the clock. Pass in front as Shannon was trying to get the shot off on the doorstep. It was saved by Tui, and then we get a whistle.
Get another quick look at this save. Such good reaction times from Tui. Able to rotate so quickly and get a piece of that one.
PDS with possession coming out of the whistle as the ball is free and scooped up by Brossman. Off the spin move. The ball on the far side. Pass in front. Konopka receives it, and he scores. It was Elon Tuckman who set Konopka up for that one, and the Panthers lead 3-0 with 15 seconds left in the first.
Nice flash to the middle, and right on the doorstep, easy enough.
Jack Konopka with 16 goals on the season. And off the quick face-off, it's Rutgers Prep ball with 5 seconds left. Here's O'Hara. Gets it, trying to get in front, that is. He flings it over the cage, and that'll do it. Matt, it's a 3-0 PDS lead after one. Go ahead.
Yeah, Matt, why don't we just keep it right here? We didn't have any timeouts to be able to look at some of our graphics, so let's meet both coaches, and we'll go into the coaches' corner first.
Yep, so we mentioned Rich DeAndrea and what a remarkable journey he has had here with the Panthers coming out of Georgetown. His fourth straight appearances in the NCAA quarterfinals. That is certainly a resume builder. And, of course, you look at Ryan Klipstein, brand new to the Rutgers Prep organization, coming out of Bucknell. That's his alma mater. He last was an assistant at Holy Cross, so a Patriot League rival, if you would. A former assistant at the University of Pennsylvania. You got two former Division I players going at it as coaches. That's got to be that's a lot to be said.
Yeah, and they're both fairly young guys, so still quite relatable to the kids at the high school level, which is important. You know that they have both played at the highest level, so these are the kinds of guys that these kinds of kids look up to at these programs, and it's important to have a good coach at the head of your program, obviously, to have sustained success. When we take a look at one of our Strive spotlights, start with one of the goal scorers.
Yeah, we talked about Elon Tuckman already with a goal this afternoon. Here in Princeton, he is committed to Gettysburg. And again, 42 goals, 35 assists. Those are coming in 90. Is that 90 or 84? That's 94 career goals. A little dust on the laptop there. But Tuckman with a chance to hit the 100 career goal barrier. But it's certainly been a big-time factor for the PDS offense.
Yeah, and he will continue to be, no doubt about it.
Now the scoreboard here at PDS still says 2-0. We thought Konopka shot that ball that went in. Might have to get some confirmation on that, but for right now, the scoreboard says 2-0.
Yeah, I think it's just a mistake. The people who are operating the scoreboard, you can see all the way over there. Not a great angle to where the scoreboard is, so they're not looking at their work, so to speak, all the time.
For anyone who has a chance to work in any level of athletics, you got to do pretty much anything to succeed. Second quarter about to get underway as the Panthers lead Rutgers Prep 3-0. Nick Day going up against Rutgers Prep for the face-off. Jim Perry taking the face-off for the Argonauts, and Perry has it. So it's the first face-off win here in the second face-off win overall for Rutgers Prep. They have the ball right to left, trailing 3-0. This is Trey Allen, number 18. Allen, a senior, two-sport athlete. Also part of the cross-country program over at RP. Sullivan. In a 1v1 matchup. Spin move by Sullivan. Jared Levinson defending. Now a double team as the ball is thrown away and it goes out of bounds. And the Panthers will have it going left to right here in the second quarter. Here's Tuckman. Shannon behind the cage. Panthers looking for their second straight Prep B state championship. They're third in the last 4 years and fourth overall. Goal line extended Tuckman. Bennett. Back to Tuckman. 10:30 and counting, quarter two. Panthers with a 3-0 lead on Rutgers Prep. Brossman. Tuckman. Bennett. Here's Auslander. Kobe Auslander, another two-sport athlete, part of the ice hockey program here at PDS. Pass in front, the bouncer nearly bobbled by Brossman, but he got it. Pass in front as Tui comes up with a save. Auslander took the shot for the Panthers. Another shot. What a rip by Konopka, but Tui is there for the block. They battle for on the far side as a flag comes down. A free play here for Rutgers Prep. So we'll see who gets the benefit of this penalty as the whistle comes in. Looks like a penalty against. Still trying to figure out who it's on.
The more important thing, Matt, is that penalty occurred in the defensive zone. That's a great swing for Rutgers Prep, getting a good save by Tui, and then Princeton Day School commits the penalty. So a play like that can swing momentum, and if Rutgers Prep can put one in the back of the net, sometimes it just takes one to get your team rolling.
That was on Cal Caputo. I believe that's a cross-check, 1 minute. Man up for Rutgers Prep with 9.5 and counting in quarter two. A little trickery here for the Argonauts as Vargas gets it off. There's a pass in front. The ball is bobbled by Bean and scooped up by PDS, or at least it was, before Rutgers Prep got it back. Varga with a tough shot, and Green is there for the save. Danny Varga with a lot of space from the top of the box. He let that ball go out of his stick like a bullet off of a rifle. And now a shot and a goal for the Argonauts. I believe that's for Lyle Zulo. We'll confirm on the replay as the Argonauts get on the board It's PDS with a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, so important for Rutgers Prep to get on the board here. They obviously have to take advantage of these opportunities. They haven't had a ton of them. Yeah, it's number 10 who puts it in the back of the cage.
So Lance Bean with his 9th of the season. $8:58 to go in the first half. Rutgers Prep trying to claw their way back after PDS began this game on a 3-0 run. Nick Day will take the face-off at midfield for Princeton Day. He'll meet up with Jim Perry. It's a stalemate as they fight for it inside the P. The ball is free near side and scooped up by Brooks Johnson. The LSM coming away with the face-off win. And some help from behind by Ostlander. So PDS finally with command. Great job by Kobe Ostlander. We mentioned Ostlander, part of the ice hockey program here at Princeton Day. 9 goals and 16 dimes in that sport.
Plays a very similar role on that PDS ice hockey team as he does here on the lacrosse team in terms of very quick in open field, good possession player. Not the biggest and physical guy, but can get into open space and score the ball, or the puck for that matter, when need be.
Ostlander, 22 goals and 14 assists here in lacrosse, trying to help his team to their 2nd consecutive state title. Ostlander with it, flips it over to Tuckman. They go behind the cage for Bennett. 3-1 PDS, under 8 to play in the first half. Good ball movement as Prosman gets it out in front. Low shot for Tuckman, and he scores. Eli Tuckman with his 2nd goal of the afternoon, and PDS leads Rutgers Prep 4-1. Elon Tuckman, that's the chant you hear in the background from the PDS student section as they are on fire here this afternoon. A phenomenal start here for the Panthers. A 3-0 first goal lead, and now they respond with a goal at the 7:45 mark. This after Lance Bean gave Rutgers Prep their first goal of the afternoon. An excellent crowd on hand here at Jam Baker Field. The stands are nearly packed. The fans also bringing the bleachers, chairs, you name it. They have come from near and far to watch this contest. Another face-off. Perry trying to come away with it on the far side. It's loose, and it rolls to the right side. Tyler Birch trying to come away with it for PDS. Rutgers Prep trying to have the final say as well. Birch, and a whistle blows. Timeout on the field with 7:19 remaining in the first half. And PDS with a 4-1 lead over Rutgers Prep in the Prep B state final.
Time for our Strive Spotlight on the other side.
And for Rutgers Prep, it's the aforementioned Cole Toohey, committed to Rutgers for the class of 2021. And again, you see his numbers, and it just goes to show you the type of leadership that Toohey has provided for the Argonauts over the last 4 years, even with a first-year head coach. 127 saves coming into this contest, already eclipsing the 400 save barrier. .538 his save percentage, and Cole Toohey will head to Division I Rutgers University this fall.
Matt, just want to confirm that the official score is 3-1. 3-1 in favor of PDS, not 4-1.
So that
little
means
bit of confusion. There was a goal that was wiped away without us knowing.
Right.
Yeah.
That was Jack Konopka, the player that we thought scored for PDS with 15 seconds remaining in the first. So you can wipe his goal off your stat sheet. It's 3-1 PDS with 7:19 remaining in the second quarter. Matt Nelson, Simon Rose here with you live on the Stripes Network as we continue what has basically been championship week for us. here on Strive. We began the season with lacrosse, and we will eventually end it with some baseball and softball coming up later in the week.
Yeah, some baseball, softball, then actually a girls lacrosse game to finish us up on Saturday afternoon.
Blair and Kittatinny, if I pronounced that name correctly.
You are correct.
For some reason, I initially thought it was Kittatinny when I first saw their name. As we digress, coming out of the timeout, it's PDS possession with 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Excellent offensive start as Will Brossman, Elon Tuckman, those are the two players who have scored this afternoon for PDS. Tuckman with 2, Brossman with 1. Lance Bean with the lone goal for the Argonauts. Tuckman. Now Auslander. Back to Tuckman. Tuckman with a pass, top of the box. Brossman with a bouncing ball. He scores. Will Brossman with his second goal of the game. We were just talking about him a moment ago, and he gives PDS a 4-1 lead.
Good cross field pass, and Brossman just a single step, and then he fires for the goal.
The Plainsboro, New Jersey native now with 31 tallies on the season. 1 goal away from hat trick number 6 in the 2017 campaign as well. Brossman, a senior midi, having an outstanding season. This his final here at PDS, and of course with graduation approaching, what more could you ask for than by going out and scoring some goals in your final high school lacrosse game? 6:36 on the scoreboard, quarter 2. Nick Day v. Jim Perry for the faceoff. Still fighting for it are the two. The ball is free on the right side. Trying to come away with it was Liam Gleason for Rutgers Prep before PDS has the final say. Tuckman well behind the cage for the Panthers. PDS coming in averaging just under 10.5 goals a game. They give up roughly 4, 3.8 to be exact. So you have a team that pretty much has all the tools necessary to win. You've got a great face-off specialist in Nick Day, great offensive and balanced scoring, excellent defense from your keeper and his defenseman. What more can you ask for? This is a program that, for the second year in a row, is looking for the two-step tango. That's the Mercer County Tournament and the Prep B State Tournament, as the ball is free just beyond midfield. Rutgers Prep trying to come away with it. That's Allen. And now another timeout is on the field. 5:32 to go in quarter 2. We will take a timeout as well with your score. PDS 4, Rutgers Prep 1. You're watching the 2017 Prep B Boys Lacrosse State Final right here on the Strive Network. Coming out of the Rutgers Prep timeout, the score is PDS 4, the Argonauts 1. 5:32 remaining in the second. In the Prep B State Final, Matt Nelson, Simon Rose here with you live on the Strive Network as we continue coverage of Prep A and B championships throughout the course of this week. It's been a busy one. We have more coming up for you later on. In the meantime, PDS has gone off to a strong start. They led 2-0 at the end of one, and they've outscored Rutgers Prep 2-1 here in the second, including back-to-back goals by Elon Tuckman and Will Brossman. Some substitutions coming in for both squads. Among those entering the contest for PDS is number 6, David Phillips, a junior defenseman. Rutgers Prep with the ball. And they'll have it coming out of the whistle. Coviello. Outside the box for Allen. Nice little flip for Varga. Ball on the near side. Great defense by PDS as Jack Amaral comes away with a caused turnover and the ground ball for the Panthers. Now the Panthers were trying to capitalize on the Rutgers Prep mistake with a 3-goal lead. Elon Tuckman has the ball on the near side. Looking to set the tone for the Panthers yet again. Tuckman over to Bennett. Brossman. Oslander. He's between the box and circle. Kobe. Tuckman looks for some space. Instead finds Oslander. Here's Brossman. Makes his way inside the box. Flips it over to Oslander. Oslander with the double team. What a goal! Kobe Oslander saw the two Rutgers Prep Argonauts coming towards him, and he got rid of it. He found it and put it right where it belongs as Oslander comes away with his 23rd goal of the season. It's 5-1 PDS.
We'll get a look at Kobe Oslander hanging out in a good area, passes it off here. And here he receives, makes one quick move, low shot, has success.
The sophomore midfielder, we were talking about him early on, how he's been able to do it all, not only with his lacrosse stick, but with a hockey stick as well. And he's certainly showing his prowess here today. 5-1 PDS, 3:58 to go in quarter two. Perry v. Day for the faceoff. Perry for Rutgers Prep, Day for PDS. And Perry comes away with a faceoff win, or does he? A whistle comes in. They're going to say Rutgers Prep ball. Perry was actually running in the opposite direction, trying to fight for the faceoff. Rutgers Prep going right to left. And you saw Perry going left to right. O'Hara, top of the box for Rutgers Prep. O'Hara works around a couple of defenders, rips a shot off, but it goes behind the cage and out of bounds. O'Hara with a nice little look. The Bridgewater, New Jersey native coming in with 17 goals and 4 dimes. Also a 3-sport athlete. O'Hara part of the cross-country and wrestling programs at Rutgers Prep. Argonauts with the ball. O'Hara flips it behind the cage for Sullivan. O'Hara. Coming up on 3 minutes remaining in the first half. O'Hara. Here's Bean. Lance Bean works his way behind the cage for Sullivan. Sullivan with a pass in front. The shot from Varga is saved in front by Green. What a beautiful stop by the sophomore keeper. Green coming in with a save percentage of roughly 700. 693 to be exact. That is outstanding for an underclassman. And another timeout on the field. It is taken by Rich DeAndrea of Princeton Day. 2:34 to go in the first half. And the Panthers with a 5-1 lead over Rutgers Prep in the 2017 Prep B state final. Out of the timeout, PDS 5, Rutgers Prep 1, 2:34 to go in the first half of the 2017 Prep B Boys Lac State Final. Matt Nelson, Simon Rose here with you live on the Strive Network. So happy you can be with us here on this hot Wednesday afternoon in Mercer County, New Jersey.
Yeah, it is certainly hot, and the timeouts have started to pile up here in the second quarter. Certainly both coaches welcoming the break to get their kids some fresh legs.
PDS possession coming out of their timeout, if you would, as Brosman flips it outside the box for Konopka. Bennett. Around the circle they go. It's Konopka. Now Auslander. Lots of passing here for PDS, and you got to think it's part of the strategy that the Panthers are using to take time off the clock. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Auslander has a lot of space, flips it off in front for Tuckman. Tuckman goes behind the cage for Bennett, now Brosman. Brosman with a great move around a defender, and the bouncing ball finds its way through. Bring out the hats for Will Brosman. It's a hat trick, and Brosman gives PDS a 6-1 lead. The senior captain out of Plainsboro, New Jersey, doing what he does best. As again you hear the PDS student section cheering on Let's Go Panthers in the background. It has been quite the start for PDS in what has been a brilliant season as well. 13-2 coming in. Keep in mind, Princeton Day is considered an independent program. They do not play in a particular conference or league, unlike some of our sister schools. But nonetheless, the Panthers, anytime they take the field, you best be ready because they will certainly have the final say.
Yeah, they'll bring their all every game, no doubt about it.
PDS coming away with possession under 1:30 and counting in the first half.
By the way, a big thank you to the comments section for letting us know that third goal was disallowed because of a crease violation.
Yeah. And again, with the glare here from the press box, the time of the day
celebration, it was. I mean, I'm glad we had to get confirmation to make sure that it was a goal. So obviously, there's plenty of confusion in the stands and confusion up here in the press box as well. So we certainly appreciate when everybody else keeps us in the loop. It is a team sport, this sport of broadcasting.
Yes, sir. Less than 1 minute remaining in the first half. PDS all on top of Rutgers Prep early on. They lead by 5, and they have possession. Auslander from the top of the box. PDS, again, using the quick passing as part of their strategy to take time off the clock and hold for the final shot. Here's Tuckman behind the cage. Flips it over to Bennett. Konopka. Konopka with some space on the right side. A bouncer goes through. Jack Konopka picking up from a mistake that he had early in the game. His first of the match, 16th of the season. And PDS leads 7-1 with 21 seconds remaining in the first half.
They've been having a lot of success going low. You wonder if that's a strategy, if that's a coaching decision. In terms of attacking this goaltender, and two, we've seen a number of these goals scored low.
Again, Konopka with that crease violation with 15 seconds left in the first. He makes up for it with a goal with 21 seconds remaining in the second, and PDS with nearly a touchdown lead before halftime. Nick Day, who has been brilliant from the circle this afternoon, goes back inside for PDS. Looks like Jim Perry will go up, and Perry comes away with a face-off win. Whistle blows, and a timeout is on the field. With 17.8 seconds remaining in the second quarter, PDS with a 7-1 lead over Rutgers Prep here at Jan Baker Field in Princeton, New Jersey. We'll keep it right here on the Strive Network, and of course, Again, look at some of the stats thus far. Again, a 2-0 lead for PDS at the end of one. They currently have outscored the Argonauts 5-1 here in the second frame. The lone Argonauts goal coming off the stick of Lance Speen. And it's been the Will Brossman and Elon Tuckman show ever since.
Yeah, it's pick your poison when you go up against this squad. You have so many guys that can put the ball in the back of the net. If it's not Elon Tuckman, who we obviously know can do it in bunches, it's Kobe Auslander, it's Brossman with a hat trick. Yeah, I mean, this is a very talented PDS team. We knew it coming into the game, and they're showing it here in the Prep Championship.
Coming out of the break, 17.8 to go in quarter two. The Princeton Day School with a 7-1 lead on Rutgers Prep here on this scorching hot Wednesday afternoon in Mercer County, New Jersey. You're watching live New Jersey. You're watching New Jersey High School Boys Lacrosse live here on the Strive Network. Both teams slowly making their way back onto the field. And Rutgers Prep with possession. A near steal, sliding to his feet. I believe that was Tuckman for PDS. Quick shot taken by Varga. He stumbles to his feet. A great save by Connor Green as Green heaves it down the field. It's picked up by Tui. Tui lets it fly, and that'll do it. It has been all a PDS since the start of this one. 7-1 is their halftime lead as they lead Rutgers Prep in the 2017 Prep B State Final. We'll step aside and recap the first half in just a moment. You're watching New Jersey High School Lacrosse only on the Strive Network. Second half of the 2017 Prep B State Final about to commence from the Princeton Day School as the Panthers of PDS lead the Argonauts of Rutgers Prep 7-1 coming out of intermission. Alongside Simon Rose, Matt Nelson here with you live on the Strive Network. It was all PDS in the opening half, Simon, and give most of the credit to Will Brosman and Elon Tuckman for the offensive prowess they provided.
Yeah, one thing I love about Elon Tuckman's game is, he puts the ball in the back of the net, but he spreads the wealth out there. When he's got an open man, he is more than happy to share the ball and get some of his other teammates involved, and Will Brosman obviously having a great first half with those 3 goals.
So now it'll be up to the face-off units to do their job as Nick Day returns to the circle for Princeton Day. The Panthers are wearing the home white uniforms with blue letters and numbers outlined in black. Rutgers Prep in the maroon or red with black shorts and gray numbers. Ball is free on the right side. A little spin move by Brosman, who scoops it up off the turf. And PDS has it going right to left here in the third.
Just a disclaimer that sun's going to continue to be a little bit more of an issue here for everyone in attendance here at Princeton Day School as we are looking due west. The sun will be setting directly across from the stands here.
If you're watching this game from the stands or from somewhere here at PDS, get that sunscreen ready. You will need it as we go into the 6 o'clock hour.
It has been a hot and summer day this whole afternoon.
PDS, their first possession here in the second half. Here's James Bennett behind the cage. Little pass fake, and he brings it back behind for Tuckman. Tuckman, with a little stutter step, goes back to Bennett. Brosman. Brosman with 3 goals in the opening half, including 2 in the second quarter. Bennett. Back to Brosman. Here is a low bouncing ball off the stick of Ostlander, and it goes wide up the hill. PDS possession as Bennett will bring it in bounds. Brosman flips it back to Ostlander. Ostlander with a goal late in the second. That was at the 3:58 mark. Brosman with a loose ball. May have ricocheted off an Argonaut stick. Up top for Ostlander. Brosman again with an angled shot and a great save in front by Cole Toohey. It's picked up by the Panthers as Kanopka comes away with the ball. 2 minutes gone by, third quarter. It's a 7-1 lead for Princeton Day, the top seed in this year's Prep B state tournament. Rutgers Prep entering as the number 3 seed with a 6-8 record. Don't let that fool you. Think of them as Townsend for a moment. Known for their defense, not so much their offense. In fact, half of their wins have come here in the month of May, including wins in their last 2 matchups at Newark Academy and second seed Morristown Baird. Top of the box, a shot from Kanopka is saved by Toohey. Right at the edge of the crease, Cole Toohey, the Rutgers commit, with a great stop for the Argonauts. Toohey coming well outside the cage, right around at midfield. Phillips. Rutgers Prep with the ball, down by 6. O'Hara. O'Hara still with it. And O'Hara, a player who has certainly transformed into quite the athlete. In talking with their head coach, Ryan Klipstein, pregame, he referred to O'Hara as a bit of an overweight player at this point a year ago, but he lost some weight in the offseason, worked out quite a bit, and has transformed himself into one of the team's leading scorers. He has 17 coming into this contest. 8:15 and counting in the third, and PDS with a 7-1 lead on Rutgers Prep. Ball at midfield as the Argonauts come away with it. Here's Sullivan, stumbling to his knees. The shot is saved by Green. Great look from Sullivan, but Green with the denial in front. Now PDS with possession. Here's Birch. And he rolls it to Auslander. Brossman coming in off the bench. Bennett. Back to Brossman. Jimmy O'Connor, lucky number 13, a sophomore midi. Auslander. Brossman. Works up behind for Shannon. Tuckman goes back to Shannon. Shannon, although we don't have his height listed here on the spotting chart, he looks pretty close to 6 foot tall from the press box here at Jan Baker Field. Brossman again. Here's Bennett, back to Brossman. Brossman with a little maneuver to his left. He loses the handle. The ball is scooped up from Shannon.
I think a 6-goal lead for PDS. You're seeing it here with their offense. Very patient, no doubt. They're going to take their time, not only for the time aspect of it, but they tire out some of the legs of the Rutgers Prep middies.
And look what we have here, Simon. Some free water, courtesy of one of the students from the Princeton Day School.
Oh, fantastic.
Thank you very much.
They treat us like royalty here.
As we digress, PDS ball, Tuckman behind the net, finds a player in front, that's Shannon, and Shannon with a goal on the doorstep. Peter Shannon with his 10th of the season, and PDS with an 8-1 lead.
Yeah, starting to run away are these PDS Panthers. It's getting to be that critical time for Rutgers Prep if the comeback doesn't start sooner rather than later. Yeah, we're looking at another prep title for the Panthers.
By the way, Peter Shannon not going to school for athletics. However, he will be attending the University of Wisconsin nonetheless.
Badger.
Yes, sir. Big Ten territory. 6:11 to go in quarter number 3. PDS continuing what has been a dominant effort this afternoon on their home turf. Nick Day going up against the aforementioned Jim Perry for the faceoff. The two were at a stalemate before Sam Bernardi, number 9, comes away with the faceoff win. A quick shot, and there it is. Tyler Birch with his 2nd of the season. 9-1 PDS.
They strike so quickly to these Panthers, and you can just see in the body language of the Rutgers Prep Argonauts how hot it is out here today, especially down out there on the field. You know that the Argonauts certainly aren't used to playing on this turf field, and on a day like this, it is just brutally hot. Something that the Panthers are obviously used to. They played together for a long time. They played on this turf in hot days. They practiced on this turf in hot days.
And Tyler Birch, by the way, that's his first goal in exactly 1 month. He last scored on April 17th right here at home against Hopewell Valley. A face-off win for Day. Day gets it off to Bennett. Looked like for a moment PDS was going to go in transition, but they think twice about it and look to reset the tempo. Coming up on 5.5 remaining in the third. A 9-1 lead for Princeton Day, the top seed in the 2017 Prep B State Tournament. Konopka. To Bennett, back to Konopka, top of the box. Bennett, Tuckman. Rich DeAndrea referring to Elon Tuckman as a smart kid with some very good vision. More of a Dodger, as we have seen throughout the course of the afternoon as well. And here's Tuckman with possession. He's heading off to Gettysburg College in 2 years. Division III in the Centennial Conference. We'll call it Southern Central PA if you want to get that technical when it comes to location. Bennett brings it back to Brossman. Auslander. Brossman, top of the box. Bennett. A little pass fake, if you would. Tuckman gets it in front. Konopka with a loose ball. Ricochets off his stick and into the cross of Bennett. Now a whistle comes in, and the official says Rutgers prep ball. May have been an offsides call against PDS.
I think it's more something happening in the crease violation against PDS.
A clear, successful for Rutgers prep. They have the ball on the near side, trailing by 8. Here's Phillips. Oh, what defense from Jack Amaral. Another Gettysburg commit. The Bullets, they are. Zulo. Allen. Allen. Jogging his way behind the cage with under 4 to play in the third. Allen draws the double team from behind, gets it off to Varga. A flag comes in. The shot from Varga is good. Danny Varga with his first of the afternoon and his team leading 33rd goal of the season gives Rutgers Prep 2. It's 9-2 PDS.
Pretty impressive shot right here. And certainly what the doctor ordered for Rutgers Prep. With 3:40 to go, still time for the Argonauts, but they needed that goal to perhaps spark a run.
The penalty is on Princeton Day. My eyes might deceive me, but that might be on Jared Levison, who's in the penalty box. So it's 1 minute. Rutgers Prep man up situation with 3:40 to go in the third. Again, keep in mind, we are looking right into the sun here at Jan Baker Field as it continues to set right above the trees. Rutgers Prep with a face-off win, stumbling to his knees and getting the pass off is Jim Perry. Here's Coviello racing behind the cage with under 3.5 to go in the third. Here's Johnson, the LSM, playing defense. Coviello still with it. Gets a screen from Sullivan. Varga. Little pass in front, intended for Sullivan. Sullivan still with it. Sullivan. What a shot from Varga, but Green is there for the save. The ball goes out of bounds on the near side, and possession will stay here with the Argonauts. Here's O'Hara to bring it in. Kevin O'Hara out of Bridgewater, New Jersey. 3-sport athlete. Oof. What a shot, but Green is there for the save. I believe that was Sullivan. Check that. It was Trey Allen who took the shot for Rutgers Prep. Now PDS trying to run away with it. This is Auslander at midfield. Dumps it off to Brossman. Bennett. Back to Brossman. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. A 9-2 lead for Princeton Day, looking for their second straight Prep B title. It would be their third in the last 4 years and their fourth in program history. And time again, they continue to play this strategy of just nothing but passing all around the offensive zone as they work their way inside and outside the box. Now Brossman. Bennett back to Tuckman. Auslander to Brossman. Brossman one-on-one. Gets away from his defender. That's number 43. Not sure who that is on the roster. As we are under 90 seconds remaining here in the third. Bennett, goal line extended. A low pass, corralled by Auslander. Brossman. Brossman with the pass in front. Tuckman with a turnaround shot. What a goal! Toss out some hats for Elon Tuckman. It's his third goal of the afternoon, and it gives PDS an even 10. They lead by 8 with 1:07 remaining in the third. Lacrosse has certainly resided within the Tuckman family. You've got Elon, a junior, heading to Gettysburg in 2 years. His father, Rob, one of the assistants here at Princeton Day. And there's plenty more Tuckmans where that came from.
Yeah, his brother, Jonah. They stand out for PDS.
Another duel inside the face-off circle between Day and Perry. Losing the handle is Varga. Stumbling to his knees is Brossman. A whistle comes in. And they're going to say Rutgers Prep possession. Less than a minute remaining here in the third. Zulo draws the double team, gets it away. Check it, it was actually Varga. O'Hara. Allen gets into the box. Allen with a pass to Varga. Varga trying to get the ball away. The shot may have been blocked by Green, and Green with a final say. Connor Green with an excellent save for PDS. 15 seconds, make that 16 remaining here in the third as a whistle comes in. Here's Cole Toohey running across midfield. 3.8 to go, and a whistle. PDS ball. Here's Jack Amaral.
Toohey's got to get back in net.
That'll do it for the end of the third quarter. Another phenomenal offensive performance from the Panthers. They outscore Rutgers Prep 3-1 here in the third, and they lead the Argonauts 10-2 as we enter the final 12 minutes of action from Jan Baker Field. You're watching the 2017 Prep B State Final only on the Strive Network. Fourth and final quarter about to commence from Jan Baker Field as Princeton Day leads Rutgers Prep 10-2 in the final round of the 2017 Prep B State Tournament. Matt Nelson here, Simon Rose on the other side. And Simon, Again, we talk about it time and time again. The PDS offense certainly clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, they've just continued to keep on the gas pedal, getting some guys who maybe aren't traditionally involved as much as they would be, but just being able to coast when you come into the third quarter up by 6 goals and being able to just take some time off the clock. In the weather like this, it's the right strategy, obviously, and PDS can execute as well as anyone.
A face-off violation in favor of Princeton Day. They have possession to begin the fourth and final quarter. The Panthers going from left to right on your screen, looking for their second straight state championship. Elon Tuckman with possession. Tuckman has been on fire today. 3 goals, 1 in each quarter. Brossman flips it over to Jimmy O'Connor. And again, we talk about some of the players who don't get a whole lot of time per game. O'Connor certainly one of them, a sophomore midfielder with 3 goals. He also transferred from Hopewell Valley Regional High School prior to this season.
And not to mention, Matt, this is not the last game on the PDS schedule.
Really? Brossman with a shot and a save for Tui.
Or it is.
It is the last game for PDS. Rutgers Prep with at least one more game on their set of schedule.
Okay, so I misspoke.
That's okay.
You're the play-by-play guy. You're the one that did the research.
Let's also keep in mind when we talk about prep-only schools, they only play in the prep championships. They do not compete in the NJISAA state tournament, unlike Rutgers Prep. More on the Argonauts in a minute in terms of what's coming up next on their schedule. Brossman from the top of the box. Brossman with a pass in front. The one-timer from Bennett was blocked in front by Tui. Out of bounds, and PDS will keep it with 10:36 to go in the fourth.
Good hustle by PDS there, following up his own shot.
Absolutely. Tuckman, another pass in front. The shot from O'Connor ricochets off the stick of the aforementioned Tui.
Man, Tui's given up 10 goals. Not his fault.
No.
I mean, he is so impressive. He wasn't even looking when that shot came off, and he still was in a good position, spun his head around and made the save.
Had a chance to watch Tui in practice up close in person, and anytime his head coach Ryan Klipstein fed him a shot, Tui was right there 9 times out of 10 to make the save. Nonetheless, when you go to a game and you play a very tough PDS offense that's been one of the top teams throughout the county, you best be ready. And thus far, Tui, well, let's just say he has done his job to the best of his ability.
If I'm not mistaken, a 54% save percentage this year for Cole Tui. He has been on the money, stopping more shots than he's let in.
Low shot from Tuckman. That may have been a save from the aforementioned Tui. 9:32 to go here in the fourth. Now look at what's coming up next for Rutgers Prep. They will turn their focus towards the NJISAA non-public Group B state tournament. Rutgers Prep will take on Dwight Englewood School out of Bergen County. The Argonauts, the number 5 seed in the non-public Group B state sectional. Dwight Englewood, seeded number 12. And again, this is it for PDS, their last game of the year. Brossman, back to Auslander. Under 9 to play in the fourth. O'Connor, Auslander. What a pass in front, and Tuckman's shot blocked on the doorstep by Tui. That pass, by the way, came off the stick of Bennett. A loose ball rolls toward the near sideline. Out of bounds. Rutgers Prep ball. By the way, the out of bounds line is the yellow and navy blue line. That is the second line facing away from us. So it's the, I guess you can say, the furthest line from our point of view. That red and white line, I believe, I could be mistaken, but that might be used for girls lacrosse.
Oh, the white line, I think it's also used for soccer as well.
That's true. That is very true. Late whistle comes in as Rutgers Prep was looking for a shot. And the officials will rule in favor of the Argonauts. Rutgers Prep coming in at 6-8, excuse me. Bouncer from Vargas, saved by Green. And for anyone who's been on NJ.com, keep this in mind. The record says 5-8, but it does not include a forfeit as Rutgers Prep got a victory, quote-unquote victory, against 6-seeded Gill St. Bernard's. The Knights did not have enough players to take part in the first round against Rutgers Prep. Timeout on the field with 7:24 to go in the fourth. It's a 10-2 lead for PDS. And we'll be back right after this here on the Strive Network. Coming out of the timeout, 10-2 our score. Rutgers Prep in front of, PDS in front of Rutgers Prep, I should say, in the 2017 Prep A State Final. It has been all Panthers from the opening faceoff, and before that timeout, we were talking about the first round of this year's Prep B State Tournament. Rutgers Prep, the 3 seed. Gill St. Bernard's the number 6 seed. And again, the Knights were not able to take part in that game as to a lack of players. So Rutgers Prep moved on. They took on number 2 seeded Morristown Bayard and pulled out a close 12-11 victory over the Crimson back on Monday. Coming out of the break, PDS ball up by 8 with 7:20 and counting in the fourth. This is Bennett trying a double team and flinging the ball off to Auslander. Auslander to Tuckman. Pass in front, and the shot from Brossman is saved by Green. That ball ricocheted high in the air before it was caught by Auslander. Tuckman outside the box. Tuckman, goal line extended. Tuckman with a shot. Does he score? Yes, sir. Or does he? Waiting for the official ruling. It is a goal for Elon Tuckman. His 4th of the afternoon, and PDS with an 11-2 lead. Another timeout on the field with 6:40 remaining here in the fourth. The Princeton Day School just 6 minutes and 40 seconds away from their 4th state championship in program history and their 2nd in a row. As we bring it to you live here on the Strive Network. Matt Nelson and Simon Rose here with you live from Jan Baker Field in the heart of Mercer County, New Jersey. That would be Princeton. And a lot can be said about PDS and their offense. It feels like that has been the topic of the afternoon, especially when you talk about the opportunities that Will Brossman and Elon Tuckman have had thus far. Tuckman with back-to-back goals. He had one to end the third period, and then a goal just moments ago for PDS. Tuckman with 4 goals on the afternoon. Will Brossman also a player that we have been keeping our eye on throughout the course of the afternoon. Brossman with 3, including 2 in the second quarter. Coming out of the break, a face-off, and Nick Day runs away with it. Nick Day, certainly a premier face-off specialist for the Princeton Day Panthers. He is committed to Bowdoin next year. That's up in Maine. And Simon, trivia, what is Bowdoin's mascot?
Oh, don't even do this to me. The Bears.
The Polar Bears.
Wow.
Yes.
That was close.
Right on the doorstep, my friend. But yes, indeed, the Bowdoin Polar Bears.
When in doubt, go with the alliteration.
Oh, man. I will say, though, the best mascot that I've heard of is the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
The Chanticleers?
Yes.
Trivia for you. What's a Chanticleer?
It's a rooster.
Oh, wow. You knew it.
Yeah. Every time I tell my family, they laugh at me because they think it's the most ridiculous thing they've ever heard of.
Well, it is a ridiculous word.
As we digress, 11-2 PDS, Rutgers Prep on the attack. Turnaround shot from O'Hara, save in front from Connor Green. Green gets his stick on top of the ball and comes away with the final say. Connor Green with a season-high 12 saves against Newark Academy back on May 15th. That was in the Prep B state semifinal. His career high is 14 against the Hun School of Princeton on April 11th of last year. Rutgers Prep still with possession, trailing by 9 as Allen gets it off to Varga. Varga one-on-one with Phillips, and the shot is wide right. Varga with a bit of a quick shot, if you would. May have got that one off a little too early. Zulo draws a double team. Zulo still with it. Rips it to the right side, and a shot is saved by Green. That was off the stick of O'Hara. Out of bounds, and they're going to say Rutgers Prep ball. Zulo again. And the shot, wow, Varga. That ball ricocheted off the right pipe, and PDS comes away with it. Panthers in transition. Garcia goes to Tuckman. And the Panthers will now slow it down as they have done throughout the majority of this contest.
Just a matter of time now. PDS on their way.
Brossman outside the box. Brossman with 4 minutes left. Trying to help PDS to their 2nd straight Prep B state title. Tuckman flings it up top. Here comes Shannon. Peter Shannon, who scored his 10th goal of the season early on. A 2-sport athlete, part of the ice hockey program here at PDS. 1 goal and 5 dimes for the Panthers. Here's Konopka. Behind the cage for Bennett. Bennett on the doorstep gets it off to Shannon. Brossman playing defense. I believe that is number 44, John Carroll. An empty net, by the way, for Rutgers Prep.
Yeah, even though the result of this game well in hand for PDS, you admire the empty net. As a little bit more aggressive goes Chris Toohey.
Right.
Mr. Toohey.
Yeah, Cole Toohey, that
Toohey.
is. By the way, no relation.
Chris Toohey, by the way, why I misspoke, was the name of one of my professors at Syracuse.
Oh, okay. I was going to say no relation to Michael Orr's family, if you would. The Tooheys, who are located down in the Memphis, Tennessee area. A pass in front, bobbled by the Argonauts. That was Sullivan as Green comes away with the save. Whistle blows.
Timeout, I believe.
Yep. Looks like the timeout is the call with 2:31 remaining in the fourth and final quarter. It's a 9-goal advantage for the Princeton Day School. We'll take our final timeout as well. You're watching New Jersey High School Lacrosse right here on the Strive Network. .231 to go here in the fourth. A 9-goal advantage for the Princeton Day School, 11-2 over Rutgers Prep. And during the break, my good partner and colleague Simon Rose did not know where he put his headset.
I found it. Thanks. It's hot. Listen, Matt, come on, man. Why you got to blow up my spot like that? The heat's getting to me.
It's getting to all of us, my friend.
We've got 2 minutes left in the game.
It's 90 degrees on May 17th. As we digress yet again, approaching 2 minutes remaining, and the Princeton Day School Panthers can taste another state championship trophy to add to what has been an impressive season. And let's keep in mind, PDS a year ago, they won the Mercer County Tournament and the Prep B State Tournament. They already won the Mercer County Tournament over Princeton High School this season, so they're looking to do the two-step tango for the second year in a row. And what a way for Rich DeAndrea to end what has been another impressive season for the Panthers.
Talk about starting an era here at PDS with a new head coach, just his third season, Rich DeAndrea. But, man, has he brought this, or they were already at prominence, but this PDS lacrosse program in good hands, obviously. They've had so much success in the last couple of seasons.
Elon Tuckman certainly a part of that. He has the ball between the circle and box as we approach the 1-minute mark here in the fourth. Tuckman, by the way, 4 goals, 2 in each half, 1 in each quarter, including the last 2. Shannon from the far side. Coming off the bench and adding to the PDS total this afternoon with a goal back in the third. Carroll playing defense for the Argonauts. Tuckman reaching out and retrieving the pass, nearly falling head first, but gets control of his stumble. 30 seconds left. Auslander. As the PDS faithful rises to their feet here at Jan Baker Field. Whipping the pass off is Auslander. It's caught by Bennett. Less than 10 seconds remaining. A Mercer County tournament title and a Prep B title a year ago make that deja vu on a good side yet again. The Princeton Day School Panthers are the 2017 Prep B state champions. Three titles in the last 4 years, 4 titles overall. Back-to-back for the PDS Panthers. They are back on top of the Prep B class.
Yeah, big congratulations to everyone over there at PDS. Another well-deserved championship, a great season. Fun team to watch play some lacrosse. Just, you know that you're going to get a show every time you watch them. Just playing the game the way it should be played. Team lacrosse, they spread the wealth, they play good defense, and they have just been tremendous throughout the season and finish it off on a good note.
The Princeton Day School with quite a game this afternoon. 11-2 your final score. They got past Newark Academy in the semifinal round, winning by 8, and now knocking off the Argonauts of Rutgers Prep by 9 here in the Prep B final. And again, congratulations to Rutgers Prep. Their season is not yet over, but you bring in a first-year head coach who was a former assistant at one of his rivals in Holy Cross, a very highly touted defensive team that certainly did a ton of credit, and again, give most of it to Cole Toohey, the netminder for Rutgers Prep. He did a solid job this afternoon.
Yeah, they are going to miss him next year, no doubt. The senior heading on to be a Scarlet Knight next year. Certainly prepared well for Rutgers at Rutgers Prep. He had a great career, over 400 saves. Just an incredible performance throughout his career. And here today, I mean, PDS was coming at him. I mean, you're talking about whipping shots right at him.
Right.
And he showed his prowess on a number of really impressive-looking saves. No doubt Rutgers is getting a good one. Yeah,
absolutely. And once again, PDS, the second time in a row they've won the Prep B State Tournament, 4th in program history, and I am sure these kids will certainly have a good night's rest and a good summer as well. Once again, our final score, Princeton Day 11 and Rutgers Prep 2. The Panthers are the 2017 Prep B State champions. Well, again, a reminder, folks, we still have plenty more championship coverage coming up later on this week. Simon, what's up next?
Yeah, tomorrow we've got the Prep softball championship between Newark Academy and Morristown Baird, and then directly following that game will be the Prep baseball championship. Newark Academy also in that game, and slipping my mind their opponent.
I believe it's Pennington.
Oh, it is Pennington.
The Red Raiders.
So yeah, that is the matchups tomorrow. That'll do it for our prep season, and then we finish off with some girls lacrosse on Saturday. But phenomenal performance by PDS. Another congratulations to them, as they're going to bring the team over here to get their photo op.
The Princeton Day School Panthers, a solid season, finishing with a 14-2 record. And again, Rutgers Prep dropping to 6-9. Their season is not yet over. The Argonauts, they will take on the Dwight Englewood School in a matchup of the number 5 and 12 seeds, with Rutgers Prep entering the NJISAA non-public Group B state tournament as the number 5 seed, Dwight Englewood as the number 12.
Matt, I'm glad we kept this broadcast on the air this long. We get a chance to see Tim Williams give the trophy presentation out. Tim Williams, the flashiest dressed man in the stadium with those blue pants.
Talk about those golf pants.
Yeah, how about that? And the PDS colors as well. So congratulations to Tim Williams, great guy, athletic department at PDS, always phenomenal to work with, and well-deserving lacrosse team winning this championship game.
And there you have it. PDS receiving the championship trophies as well as the most valuable player award. I'm going to guess that went to Tuckman, would you think? He had 4 goals.
I believe so.
Yes, sir. Elon Tuckman, again, just a junior, heading to Gettysburg in a couple of years. 9 hat tricks to finish off his junior campaign. And again, big congratulations to him as well as the rest of the Princeton Day School Panthers. Again, your final score, PDS 11 and Rutgers Prep 2. For my producer and color analyst, Simon Rose, this is Matt Nelson saying so long from Jam Baker Field here at the Princeton Day School in Princeton, New Jersey. You've been watching New Jersey High School Lacrosse right here on the Strive Network.